Welcome to another round of Sports Views. Tonight I am reviewing the 2020 MLS Cup Playoffs first round, wild card, and conference quarterfinals all together, and predicting the conference semifinals. I will tell you which games I got right in my predictions and which games I got wrong, what my record was, and predict the next round. Starting off with the review. Starting off with the wild card games. The first game of the playoffs. New England Revolution 2, Montreal Impact 1. New England dominated the game. They played way better, and they got a late winner to win it before overtime from Gustavo Bo over the Montreal Impact. The Impact got a lucky goal in there, but New England was better for most of the game. They deserved to win that match. They won, and they got through the wild card round. The second match, and I got that one right. I was right about that match. New England winning 1-0 so far. Nashville Sc 3, Inter Miami 0. I did pick Nashville in this match. I got both wild card matches right, but Nashville were easily the better team. Inter Miami let them play to them. They did not play to Nashville. They let Nashville play to them. They left up so much space open in the midfield. Nashville went straight into the midfield. They were able to play balls forward, and they were able to score multiple goals. 2 beautiful goals, a penalty. It was over by the penalty taken, by the penalty scored and taken. It was over by the 30th minute. Miami didn't care. Yes, their COVID tests hurt them, but they weren't great. It didn't matter. Diego Alonso put square pegs in round holes. The match just didn't go well for them. Gary Smith had the perfect game plan. Nashville goes through, so far 2-0. Now on to the conference quarterfinals predictions, or the matches, the results, and how I did on my predictions there. Orlando City 1, NYCFC 1. Orlando City wins 6-5 on penalties. Yes, this is that legendary Gillespie off his line. Took 20 minutes for them to make the right decision. They finally came to it. And Orlando wins. Schlegel in goal. Schlegel in goal to have the final save. I mean, come on. That game is stuff of legend. Now, is it bad publicity? Yes, but for MLS, any publicity is good publicity. The Euro snobs are going to take down this league no matter what. Nobody cares. I don't care what they have to say. They don't know. But any publicity is good publicity. And even John Boy talked about that ending. MLS has made it, let me tell you. But the game before the playoff, or before the penalty kicks, was a hackathon. Huan got sent off for kicking out. It was not great. They scored a penalty goal, Nani. Then New York scored a little bit later. Then it was a hackathon for another 100 minutes. Goes to penalties. Everybody scores up until Nani, who could have won it anyway, even though Gillespie got sent off. He misses. It goes to sudden kicks. New York makes their first kick with Schlegel in goal. Yes, Brian Rowe tried to come in and all that. Schlegel in goal, they make their first kick. Orlando makes their next kick. And then Schlegel saves on Thor Aronson. Benji Michel scores his. They win. What a madness. But I got that match right, 3-0 on my predictions. The next match, Columbus Crew 3, New York Red Bulls 2. Wasn't a great match. Columbus didn't really deserve to win, but New York just couldn't get back into it. They had moments of brilliance, but Columbus scored enough goals to get through. Did they really deserve to score 3 goals? No. Were they against the run of play? Mostly. Columbus wasn't great. And they got lucky. They went through. They almost blew it anyway, but 4-0 on my predictions so far. Sporting Kansas City 3, San Jose 3. Sporting Kansas City wins on penalties 3-0. No crazy penalty shenanigans here, but Tim Melia saves 3 straight penalties to send Kansas City through. And I have to say, the goals were crazy. Buzio scoring to make it think that Kansas City 1, and then Wando scoring to send it to extra time. Nothing happens in extra time. Kansas City coming back. Buzio scoring to score the winner. Wando scoring to send it to extra time. Nothing in extra time. The penalty shootout was a great match. It was a thriller. But I also had that one right. That's 5-0 so far. Minnesota United 3, Colorado Rapids 0. Minnesota just dominated Colorado for the whole match. I mean, it was not. Just like the Nashville game, it was over by the half. It was done. Minnesota finished Colorado. It was not fun, but I also predicted that one right. That would be 6-0 for the predictions so far, but hey, here's where it gets bad. Portland Timbers 1, FC Dallas 1. FC Dallas wins 8-7 on penalties. Portland did not care. They scored 1 goal. Yes, they got forward a lot. Yes, they attacked a lot. Yes, they did look better, but what did they not have? The final ball. And then they let Dallas get in through at the last minute. Ricardo Pepi with a last-minute goal. 17-year-old, by the way, to tie it up. Send it to extra time. Nothing happens in extra time. They go to penalties. No save until the last penalty. Moorer saves against Villafana to win it. Not fun. It wasn't a fun match, and it got past midnight. It was not fun. And that was my first one that I missed, 6-1. The next match, I really already talked about it, but I'll talk about it again. Toronto FC 0, Nashville SC 1. Toronto didn't play well. They didn't come in to win. They didn't deserve to win. As I said, Nashville deserved to win. Toronto came in with their heads like their ish didn't stink. Like they were bad Leroy Brown. I made that joke already. Toronto came in like, we're going to win this game. They didn't care. They came in slow. They played slow. They never really woke up except for 20 minutes in the game, and then they got beat. Nashville played the perfect game. We sucked. Simple as. Daniel Rios with the 1 goal. That's all they would need. Toronto gets upset. See ya, bye. Now I'm 6-2 in my predictions, and you know what? Well deserved. The next match, Philadelphia Union 0, New England Revolution 2. I was wrong about this one, but Bruce Arena with a perfect game plan. The 2 goals scored by Adam Buxa and good old Canadian boy Tayon Buchanan with a nice backflip. Selly, by the way. New England, again, perfect game plan. Philly didn't care. They came in kind of like Toronto. They thought they were untouchable. And both top seeds get knocked out in the East because you know what? They thought they were untouchable and they deserved to lose. Both of them. Philly and Toronto both. They sucked. They didn't look good. Perfect game plans against them got them knocked out. And 2 top seeds in the whole league can't even win the trophy because you know what? They deserve to lose. So that makes me 6-3. And then finally, the final match of the first round. Seattle Sounders 3, LAFC 1. Ladero, Morris, and Rui Diaz all score 4. Seattle Sounders, their big 3, their DPs, score. Well, 2 of them, and João Paulo's the other one, but nobody thinks of João Paulo like that. They think of Jordan Morris like that, but you get my point. The 3 DPs, or the 3 big guys, score. Knock out LAFC again. Brian Schmetzer's feeling better than Bob again. Seattle dominates at home at Lumen Field now. Don't forget, they win their first playoff game at Lumen Field, even though they've won many as when it was CenturyLink. They were amazing. They were perfect. Now, that's what you think of when you see a contender. That's what you need to see. Domination. That's what Toronto and Philly should have done. No, hey, if there's a chance we lose, we should come in fighting. Come in guns a-blazing. And that's what Seattle did. So, with that said, my predictions were 7-3 for the first round. Not bad, but those upsets were bad. So, with that, the predictions for the Conference Semifinals. First Conference Semifinal, New England Revolution versus Orlando City SC. Even though Brian Rowe is in goal, I still think Orlando's going to win. Nani is going to be better. Chris Mueller is going to be better. Daryl DK is going to be better. I think they're going to score more goals. It'll be more of an open match between both sides. I think Orlando's going to win at home. And Brian Rowe is a good enough goalkeeper. I don't think that they're going to lose. I think this is where the run ends for New England, one of the original teams. Wouldn't it be nice to see an original team win the Cup this year because, you know, MLS 25. But I think that's where the run ends for New England. Orlando goes through to the conference final, the Eastern Conference final. The next match, Columbus Crew versus Nashville SC. Here's my upset for the week. Nashville SC over Columbus Crew. Why? 2 reasons. First, Columbus Crew has had 4 positive COVID tests on their side, and they're not as deep as peak Toronto FC was under Tim Bezbatchenko. This was the foundations year. Yes, Columbus is good with their foundations, but Tim has got to get you your depth. I wouldn't be surprised to see Nicholas Hassler come back to the MLS for your depth. I'm just saying it's possible. But back to the point, Columbus needs depth. They don't have it yet. They have the foundations. They have great foundations, but with these tests, that hurts them. And Nashville's been playing on a roll right now. They probably have the perfect, well, it's the same kind of game plan against Toronto, honestly. Shut them down, play forward, hope for a counterattack. And you know what? If they've done it twice, they could do it again. Nashville, they're going to keep on going on a roll. Nashville goes to the Eastern Conference Final to face Orlando City. That is my prediction. Now, for the West, the third match. Seattle Sounders versus FC Dallas at Bloomin Field. Seattle Sounders. Dallas shouldn't even have got through Portland. With Seattle, Seattle's going to just take them out. Methodically carve them up and beat them. I don't see Dallas getting through this one at Bloomin Field. Seattle's just going to carve them up and throw them out like a Thanksgiving turkey. So there you go. Seattle goes through. And finally, the final match of the conference semifinals, not quarters, semifinals. Sporting Kansas City versus Minnesota United. Sporting Kansas City. Why? I think Sporting got woken up by that San Jose match. They survived and advanced. You know what they're not going to do this time at Children's Mercy Park? Sleep at the wheel. Play down to Minnesota. No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're going to face them like with the respect they deserve. Face them like they're the number one seed in the West. Number 1 seed in the West. They're going to face them like that. They're going to go straight at them, score a couple of goals. Maybe Alan Polito's back. Probably not, but we'll see. I think Kansas City's going to win. So that will set up a Sporting Kansas City, Seattle Sounders, Western Conference Final at Children's Mercy Park. Predicted. So with that said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Saturday, I have an Egg Bowl RSR, and this time it's still part of RSR Season 2 because of COVID and it pushing everything back. So it's not going to start season 3. There you go. But, hey, things happen, you know. Crazy. I'm Ron, and I'm out. Peace.